No, I pressed it. There you go. Okay, hi. And welcome to Nerdatory episode 22. I'm Stacy, and with me as always, my co-host Georgie.
Hi everyone, how's you all doing? Well, we've got quite a bit to talk about. Quite a lot to talk about actually. A bit of an understatement. But we'll kick straight off with some of the stuff that's finished recently or has done in the past couple of weeks. And first, we're going to probably talk about Better Call Saul. Stacey hasn't been watching it, but I have. And it did finish a few weeks ago. Personally, I thought the last episode was a bit of an anti-climax. I wasn't as much into it as I was like previous episodes, but it was kind of sweet, I think. Yeah, I think it was a bit of a sweet episode because, well, Jimmy, as we know him in this series, Saul, you get like all these flashbacks and stuff right at the beginning, and you find out that he has a friend back in Cicero who he used to run cons with, and obviously he ended up moving to Albuquerque, and with all the stuff that's going on, he goes back to Cicero and he meets up with this old friend, and they just end up running these stupid cons again, trying to get people out of their money by Marco, he was called, his friend, faking that he was having a heart attack or something in some dingy alleyway. Saul made best pals with some random guy in a bar. They'd come across Marco, lying face down on the ground, and they'd like eventually nick his wallet, and they have the fake Rolex thing going on. So they strip him clean of all of his worldly possessions that he had on him at the time, and, split the money and stuff. They'd end up actually coming away with more money, conning some stupid idiot out of it, and it's a fake Rolex, probably got it for $10 or something from some shady guy in a bar. But then it's sort of a weird one because, I don't think it was the best episode to end on, to be honest. But it is coming back, so we'll see what happens. Mike was in it as well. Obviously, everything that happens with Mike and his droopy face. I think he looks like Droopy, don't you think?
Yeah, he does. His skin's leaving his face.
It's just kind of sagging downwards, and I mean, Saul got away. Jimmy, got away, from this mad lawsuit business that he's been doing, and he's not in really good nick. He could have had it all with this one job that he was on. He could have ended up just taking away millions of dollars, and it never happened because he was being good. And he ends up going into elder law. He gets his ass kicked over the last few episodes of the first season from this care home looking after all these elderly people, and he's there being the nice guy, and he's advising them on wills and blah blah blah, and he gets kicked out of that. The big law firm in it, he goes to them with this huge case. His mental crazy ass brother, who's afraid of anything electrical and wears tinfoil hats when he goes outside because he's afraid of radiation from the sun and shit like that. They get this big case together and it doesn't go through. They don't want him involved in it, so he's like, you know what, he did tons of the work. Jimmy did all this work, and he's like, you don't want him involved on this case just because you don't like him and he doesn't fucking work here. And it's so sad. But the friend that he had in Cicero, he does actually have a heart attack. That's a bit of a spoiler there. So it's just like a accumulation of stuff from the past, and he goes back to it, and then it ends up happening. The fake heart attack thing ends up happening to this Marco guy, Jimmy's little friend, and it's almost like a bit of closure for him or something. Like he had this life before, and now he's doing law. It's like that bit of his life is over. But obviously we know what happens in Breaking Bad. He goes dark side. But it's coming back for a second season. Gonna see what happens with it then, because I really would like to see more of the whole shady side, present day, if you want to call it that he gets into. And I think you need to see it, Stacey.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be on Netflix soon because that'll be the easiest way for me to watch it.
Yeah, it's on Netflix over here, so yeah, that's how we've been watching it. Because we don't have any of the networks or anything like what you have in the US. We don't have AMC or NBC or anything like that. So basically, we either have to wait for everything for a channel over here to pick it up, or we have to wait for it on Netflix, Amazon Prime, whatever, which is a bit shit.
Should we move on to the powers that be?
Oh my god. Now that is how you end a season. That last episode of Powers was just perfect to me for some reason. It just made sense. And I'm glad that has also been renewed. So glad.
Me too. It was just really good to see Callista instantly become less annoying. And and kind of I forgot his name. The son of the first initial Powers cop that died, the one that's all into that chaotic chic thing.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting his name.
He became the annoying one, impressively.
Yeah,
because it's just like it's kind of like, oh, maybe they're not that bad. Wolf died, but oh, it's just so annoying. He's still following that weird-looking girl. I think she's weird-looking, not in a mean way, just something weird about her.
She looks like a bitch, actually.
I know. And, well, in the episode, I don't explain things very well, so I'm going to explain things scattered like. There's
do what I do and just rattle it off.
Yeah, I think there you go. He's our Barbara, and I'm so glad that it's not a female for Powers. It started out with Callista, but now it's definitely this boy. Yeah, he's very anti-Powers and does a chaotic chic to, I guess, point out that he doesn't like Powers, which that doesn't really make sense. And he just spray painted it in a bathroom at a Powers kind of club and didn't really read anything until he got one of the Powers killed or potentially killed her, but I don't think he's capable of it. And so his mom's, Zolstra, is that her name? The chick with the little pixel blocks and the bad sunglasses?
Yeah. Oh, Zora.
It really is Zora. Well, the Z lady with the little boxes and the little horses. She was going to do this event for whatever foundation Retro Girl did. And the agents set it up so there'd be a bad guy there. And it was all staged, but they didn't let her know. Zorbra. And so that little annoying boy, our little Barbara, he found this out because his mother is the agent of this lady, Z. And so he's going there to kind of talk out against it. And what happens is essentially he gets his mother killed, but still blames Powers for it, which I thought was extremely annoyingly stupid. It's just like, your mother's dying because of you. Don't you put that shit on someone else. Yeah.
Crispin.
Stupid.
Crispin.
Thank you. What about that Z lady? Is it Zora then? You think I'd remember that because it's like Zorro, but with an A.
What did you say? You sent me a picture of some burger place.
Zorba's.
Yeah. Zorba's.
That's very good.
Yeah, she's the burger lady, the purple burger lady.
Yeah, with the horses and the boxes. I was hoping she'd lose her powers. Not in a malicious way, but it'd be interesting to see another like mini diamond thing going on. But I guess it's for the best because it would just be Diamond Story all over again.
Yeah. She's all trussed up and in traction and everything at the end of the episode, and basically being a little bitch about it, I think anyway.
Trying to do weird hand things.
Yeah, doing that with a hand, going, trying to make little square things come out of her fucking hand, that kind of thing. I don't know. So we won't get to see. I don't think we'll get to see Eddie Izzard in anymore. technically because Wolf is, well, dead.
Yeah.
But
unless they do flashbacks.
Yeah. I was thinking that. I mean...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
Oh, no, it was because... I mean, he sort of transferred his powers into Callista, so it's like, what's happening with that? I thought that was a bit odd.
No, it is, and maybe they can bring him back in the sense where when Callista goes to that metal, she'll be able to see him, or maybe like some kind of version of Wolf, even though it's not going to be him plucking at the daisies, so to say. Yeah, it's very interesting, and I don't know, I guess in a sense he fulfilled the whole wish of having his legacy live on, even though he doesn't necessarily know how Callista's going to use it. I mean, she knows how to get to the meadow and she knows how to drain people, so we'll see.
That's going to be interesting. But yeah, the way that it finishes, and it actually brings it, I think, proper full circle back round to the original comics. If I remember correctly, the first one was titled "Who Killed Retro Girl?" So it just leaves it like that. You see, spoiler alert, Retro Girl with, you know, just in this gorgeous looking. I always get that. It's like when somebody gets killed and, you know, the police guys have to go around and put a fucking chalk line around them. Why do they always land and end up in such a really fabulous pose? It's like, bitch, you died.
Well, you know what?
Seriously.
They actually, they only do the chalk line, or they're in real life, IRL, they only do the chalk line when the person's alive because they're going to have to move the body. So when they're dead, they just leave them there.
Oh, whoa.
But you're right. They're always like, and their legs are like that too.
Or sometimes in some sort of like flattened out recovery position.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
That was killing me.
And by the way, I don't think Retro Girl's jumpsuit, it's very unflattering. The material or just something about them. It's too like maybe loose in a wrong way because of that material. If it was a different material and it was that level of loose, it'd be fine. But since it's like plasticky looking, it looks funny.
Yeah, it looks a bit awkward, doesn't it? It should have gone with Lycra, some sort of spandex type thing. But it's like, just as we see Christian Walker, you know, coming down off his...
I can remember it. That's why I was calling him Diamond.
Yeah, that guy. Just as he comes down off that little mad bit that happened to him, and he starts getting his shit back together, Retro Girl goes and winds up dead. So God knows what's going to happen to him then. He's probably going to properly lose his shit again.
And then his partner is going to give him like attitude face and everything.
Yeah, she's going to sass him and she's going to give him some bitch and everything and be like, fucking do your job.
Yeah, I hope they do more with her too and not just essentially that, just, you know, do the right thing and I don't have time for your shit, Diamond. Walker.
Yeah, like she's the pick her up minion type sidekick. You know, the one to give him a constant confidence boost and tell him get his shit together, that sort of crap. Nah. Yeah.
I can't wait to see more Royale though. At first, it definitely didn't start out as my favorite character. I don't think anyone started out as my favorite character. But I was very interested in Diamond and like his progression, and then it turned out to Diamond kind of being this douchey guy, and Royale's kind of the underdog guy that you're rooting for, and he was just trying to do the right thing. And he's just so adorable.
Plus, it was really cool as
well. Just popping in and out. He could pop out the oxygen. What? And it's just
not just that, but he constantly chain smoked as well. You never saw Johnny Royale without a fag sticking out of his gob. He was just constantly just puffing away on a cigarette.
That's very true. Even when it wasn't lit, because he didn't have his lighter.
Nah, we'll see where Powers goes from there. But
I'm so sad about Simon's.
Yeah, I thought about that. Is he called Simons, or is he called Simons because there's loads of him?
You see, I think his
Like
name's Simon.
Simons.
Yeah, I think his name's Simon, but they call him Simons because there's so many of them, or at least there were.
Simons,
so adorable.
plural.
I love all the Simons. They're just going around, hitting the guards, putting on their outfits.
Now, do you not think that'd be an excellent power to have? Because when he's working in Johnny Royale's club, one of the Simons is sweeping, the other one's tending bar, the other one's like rearranging all the chairs, and another Simon is mopping the floor. And
yeah, for physical labor, that would be great. But as a student, it would suck because the whatever one Simon knows, it doesn't get transferred into the other Simon. So I don't know if that happens though. What happens when they all kind of combine? Do they all get that shared knowledge then? They never really went into that.
Get it back? I don't know. I'd have one for everyday use, and then I'd keep one for Sunday best. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, and then
the one you would get out on Sunday.
I'll go out and get jobs. But they all kind of
so you've got like 5 wages coming in.
Yeah. They all kind of seem to have kind of different personalities, though. Like the one that was letting Wolf out of the encaged prison or whatever it was, the capsule, and how the Simon that wasn't letting him out kind of looked worried about it and was scared and kind of went inside the Simon letting him out. So it's just kind of interesting, and I'm sad he's gone.
Oh, no.
I want more Simons.
More Simons.
We could put it in the brackets too. Silent Hills.
Simons. All the Simons. Yeah, we'll see where it goes from here, but I'm pretty excited for it. It's so over the top and melodramatic and just kind of chintzy and I don't know. I just thought it was a great show, especially if you did want a bit of drama and Charles Copley. Yeah, we all know I love him, but enough of that. Should we talk about Gotham now?
Yeah, our Barbara, our dearest Barbara. Well, the last episode I watched was the one before the finale, so it's the one where the guy dies. The serial killer dies, and Barbara's. What's up with Barbara? Is she okay? Did she? What? I thought she was gonna have the serial killer go after why can't I think it's James Gordon, because at least he's a cop and he's kind of expecting the serial killer to come to him, but no, she sets him on her parents, which they didn't get along, but still, Jesus. Do you want to take it from there to the finale?
Yeah. You okay with spoilers? Everybody okay with spoilers?
I'm okay. I'll act as the audience.
Well, fucking Barbara. Yeah, you asked if she was all right and stuff. She is definitely not all right. She is so not all right. So, as we know, Jim Gordon has kind of been seeing the Dr. Leslie, who's doing all crap down at Gotham, the Gotham PD now.
Yeah, the space whore from Firefly.
Yeah. So she's like this psychiatrist. She was originally in Arkham, blah, blah, blah. We know all that. She goes round to talk to Barbara, who has come out of the serial killer guy, the Ogre. That's what he was called. She's come out of this moderately unscathed, hence the psychiatrist going in, talking her through it, blah, blah, blah. It gets to the point where Barbara goes fucking apeshit and tries killing Leslie. Oh God, it was so weird. They're sat at this table and they've been talking all day about it and going through all of her problems and stuff. And Leslie asks her, it wasn't you that killed your parents, so why are you feeling like this? And she's like, yeah, I did kill them. Leslie's sat there going, but no, you didn't. She's like, yeah, I did. I stabbed them several times and then I slit their throats. Meanwhile, Leslie has only just cottoned on to the fact that Barbara has an absolutely ginormous kitchen knife on the table because they're eating cake. And she just picks it up and basically just starts going apeshit at Leslie. Leslie locks herself in the bathroom. Barbara goes and gets a poker from the fireplace and starts doing the whole banging on the door and crashing through. You know, here's Barbara. Seriously.
Yeah, all bitching and no play makes Barbara a stabby girl.
Yeah, makes Barbara a stabby bitch. It's just so surreal. It's like she just goes from being this sort of, I don't know, prissy, blonde, pretty woman to an absolute psychopath like that. Leslie, thankfully, you know, because she's not a dumb blonde like Barbara is, smashes the mirror, gets a towel and wraps up a huge shard of glass, and they basically end up out back into the main rooms of their apartment, and they're fucking duking it out. Leslie eventually ends up on top of her and is banging her head repeatedly off the floor. Like, oh, she proper gives it so. That is one of the best bitch fights I've seen in a long time. That entire episode is just worth watching it for that moment. That was good. I really enjoyed that. Fish Mooney comes back, which is like, ooh. And she is a complete badass.
But
total badass through and through.
So she's back in Gotham?
Yeah. She comes back on a boat.
She's not going to be in the second season.
No, this is what I was thinking. But then it kind of made sense when it gets to the end of the episode. Butch, because he's brainwashed and stuff. The Penguin, what's he called? The older mafioso guy with the chickens.
Oh, Falcone.
Falcone, that's the one. Jim Gordon, Bullock, the Penguin, and Falcone all end up getting captured. They're in this fucking warehouse. Fish Mooney walks in. She somehow has Selena Kyle on her side now, so she's walking around thinking she's the big I am with a fucking shotgun. And yeah, it comes to this point where basically all the mafioso guys are in this warehouse, bitching and fighting, and then shots are fired. Everybody kind of scatters, and then it all ends up in this sort of strange duel between the Penguin and Fish Mooney on this rooftop. And then all of a sudden, Butch is like, because he doesn't know who he's aligned with. Because he was brainwashed to be on Penguin's side, but he still sort of remembers Fish Mooney, you know, being aligned with her. He's fucking like this with a gun, and he shoots them both because he doesn't know who to shoot. He's like, no, I'm not going to shoot you. I'll just shoot you both. It ends up like that, and then all of a sudden, Penguin ends up chucking Fish Mooney off the side of this building into the sea. So it's like... It's not really put any confirmation on, yes, Jada Pinkett Smith is definitely not coming back for season 2, or, you know, they probably need to call her and get her back. You know, she ends up in the drink, and it's, well, we don't know what happens there, because then it fucking finishes.
Yeah, because it'd be hard to believe that Fish Mooney would be okay and not return to Gotham to raise house, and she's done that 2 or 3 times already just in this season.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely see what happens.
Well, it's going to be an interesting one, but Penguin basically ends up on the top of this building going, I am king of Gotham. Evil laugh. And Eddie.
More Eddie?
Oh my God. He finally flips out. Oh, he's adorable.
Wait, how did he flip out since he already kind of murdered that abusive boyfriend?
Yeah, well, what's she called? Miss Kringle? Kringle?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, she walks in and she, yeah. Oh, it's cute. She comes in with that letter that Eddie wrote, saying that it was from her abusive. Yeah. He's written it down. He's typed it all out and everything. And she's like, is this a joke or something? She says, because I've just noticed this. She holds it up, and every single sentence begins with the letter that actually spells down the way Nigma. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I haven't got a clue. oh, it must be a right coinky dink. I haven't got a clue about that. And she leaves. And he has this whole sort of bipolar disorder, split personality moment where all these voices are in his head, and he starts talking back to them, and then he starts shouting back to them, and then at some point he loses his fucking glasses, and then he's at the end of it all. It's just fucking weird. He trips out big time. I was like, oh, Eddie, he's adorable. He's just had like this massive attack. He's still cute.
He is so adorable. I love it when he's on screen and he's just doing his little antics, his little question mark mug that I want to buy, his little riddles. He's so adorable. I liked it I forgot which episode, that Gordon walks into the medical area and I think he's smashing watermelons. He's just like, Dr. whatever, Leslie said I could be here. She said it was okay. I'm just like, I don't care. He's ready like, oh, it's okay. He's adorable.
Well, he does. He even keeps his adorableness when he's having his massive sort of psycho fit. It's cute. And then you just realise that, yeah, that is the straw that broke the camel's back. That is that moment. So can't wait to see what happens. Really can't. More Eddie. More Eddie.
Yeah, I think the season progressively showed more and more and more. So that's good. That's a good sign.
Very good sign. Yeah.
Should we move on to The Flash, which hasn't ended? So now we're moving to things that haven't ended yet. But I think they're coming close to ending it.
Yeah, there will be. There's been quite a few episodes of The Flash, hasn't there?
Mm-hmm. Have you watched any of the more recent ones? I forgot which one you left off on. Or have you been too busy with RuPaul's Drag Race?
I have been so fucking busy with RuPaul's Drag Race. Can't get enough of it, but I can't even remember what episode I got to on The Flash. I'm thinking and it's just not happening.
Well, do you mind spoilers? I think in the past it hasn't been a problem.
I don't mind spoilers. I don't mind spoilers at all.
Okay, so Dr. Wells is out of the bag. Everybody knows, and everybody's trying to kind of get him. And in the last episode, there was a Grodd incident. So he kind of used Grodd to distract the others from looking for him. And yeah, the last episode was slightly a filler episode, or at least it felt that way. But they went into his little futuristic room that had that newspaper that always showed Flash missing. And they saw that Iris wrote the article, and Iris's last name is hyphenated with Allen. So Barry knows that he's going to marry Allen. I mean, that he's going to marry Iris. And Eddie wants to marry Iris, but Joe said that no, he doesn't have his blessing. And then the Reverse Flash steals Eddie. Iris figures out that the Flash is Barry Allen because he slightly touches her, and there's this little shock. And there was a little shock when he was in the hospital, which, I mean, it could have been static. So I don't know why she thinks, but she figured it out, whatever. And she was pretty upset about it, but she got over it. And she kind of admitted to having feelings for Barry, but she said until Eddie comes back, nothing's going to happen, which, it's respectable. And they also found out the Reverse Flash's real name, and his last name is the same last name as Eddie's. So Dr. Wells is kind of giving a lot of information to Eddie, saying like, I'm a relative of yours, but you're like the shitty one that's a cop. Everybody else is like a politician, and there are all these successful things. You're kind of like this black sheep that no one remembers or cares about, while all the other of us have like gone down in history. And he's like, and you don't even get the girl. And he shows them the article, and he's just like, look at the name. It's complete dick to him. Which, I mean, I don't know why. If anything, if I was Eddie, I'd be like, I swear this moment right now, I'm never going to have kids. And poof, he disappears. But no, he's just listening to him, and he's just like, they'll find me. They'll get me out of here.
Oh, my God.
But now he knows that Iris is definitely not going to marry him, which, I mean, he's helping out.
That's like playground tactics, isn't it, really?
Yes. Yeah, and at the end of the episode, they just show Dr. Wells had this little like capsule thing with some blue stuff in it, and he puts it in this hole, and then stuff happens. Which I don't know what the stuff that happened. Wait, no, I don't know what happened. But yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. But it's so good. I wish you'd watch more.
It sounds like it's like proper getting drama style, big time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to start watching it again. I really do. I really need to start watching it again. And yeah, when it gets into the whole playground tactic things, all those underhanded, shitty things that only 6-year-olds could come up with. That's
Nobody loves you. You're a loser. Yeah, essentially that's what it is.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I need to start watching that again. I am so lame with not watching stuff. I get distracted too often, so.
I do the same thing. And we've both been kind of doing that with Supernatural.
Oh,
which apparently has only 2 episodes left. But this season, and we've talked about it before, it's just, this season, it's just so hard to watch. And I'm pretty.
Fucking Supernatural.
Supernatural's being a Barbara / Crispin.
Yeah.
Yeah, what has happened? So I'm only 1 episode behind, so I haven't seen the most recent one. But essentially it's that whole Dean was trying to get the mark of Cain off of him still, and they found out that it's just a curse. That's what Crowley said. That Crowley's mom said it's just a curse because Crowley's mom tried murdering Dean and it didn't work. And so the mark of Cain's not letting him die. And then the mom goes back and tells Crowley, she beats herself up and tells Crowley, look at what your little Winchester did. Are you going to do anything for your dear old mother? So Crowley goes to talk to Dean, and they just sit down and have a drink. And Dean's all family's there for you. She doesn't sound like family. So Crowley goes back, and, Crowley also tells Dean, oh, my mother said it's just a curse, so maybe you could, get it lifted. And so Crowley goes back and breaks up with his mother, kicks her out, and she's just extremely pissed off that she's choosing the Winchesters over her. And it's just you've gone soft, blah, blah, blah. And so, what's her name? Charlie finds this book. I think it's a book of the damned or something. It's just really a bad book that it could kind of do these really bad curses type things, but also lift them. But there's also kind of a rippling effect for doing that. And they think you could get the mark of Cain off with it. No, off with it. There you go. And so there's this old family kind of following Charlie around, trying to kill her and get the book back. And Dean tells, what's his name, Sam, just to burn it, that it's not worth it, that something bad will happen out of it, and they'll just figure something else, figure something else out. And so, of course, Sam doesn't burn the book. He puts some other book in there, and the family members that are there die, but they tell him, we're going to keep looking for the book. And so in the next episode, Sam's talking to Crowley's mother, and he wants her help decoding the book to help it to help lift the curse. And everybody else thinks that the book's gone, just Sam knows. And at the end of that episode, Sam handcuffs Crowley's mother to this desk with a codex for the book. And I think he's just being an idiot. The mom, she wants all these curses, she needs them. So it's just very frustrating that Sam's doing this, and it's just classic Winchesters. Classic. Oh, but that little girl got less annoying. The one that was being mean to Castiel. They found her mother, but she died in the same episode. But she's going to go live with the sheriff lady that's super adorable and kind of had a thing with Bobby.
Oh, Sheriff Geordie.
Mm-hmm. So she's going to go live with her, and she gave a hug to Castiel, and her and Dean bonded, and Dean gave her a gun, but took it back. Yeah, but he gave her Caddyshack and all these other movies, so it was pretty cute.
Oh my god!
And she kept this little what's that? The Grumpy Cat stuffed animal that Castiel said he got at the Hot Topical. So he bought it for her 18th birthday.
That's Jimmy Novak, Castiel, his body. That's his daughter, isn't it? Remember, I'll send you that picture, didn't I? The little Photoshop picture. What is it? My two dads and Uncle Moose too.
Yeah, that's so cute. She thought she wasn't having none of that, but now she might, because she definitely bonded with Dean a lot. They even played mini golf.
See, it's. I think this is why I've become quite disillusioned, especially with this current season of Supernatural, is because it has turned into a bit more like, yeah, definitely serious family drama type shit. It's lost its charming moments, you know, with its funny bits, and you know, you could probably count through every single episode previously on Supernatural. So they'd have like maybe 2 or 3 serious episodes and then a comedy one, and then another 2 or 3 serious ones, and then a comedy one. You could set your watch by that shit, basically. But yeah, that is definitely why I've not really been keeping on top of Supernatural. It's just lost its wit almost. It's become very samey, very procedural, and but episodes like that you mentioned, that makes me want to watch it again.
Yeah, it's definitely not to the extreme as the other ones were, like with Dean running away at a barking chihuahua and just him being terrified. But it's better than what's that repeated, just like serious crap. Oh, Castiel got his grace back. But that also means that booger, wait, what's his name on the show? Metatron, he got the tablet of the demon tablet. I said it funny. Yeah, because fucking Metatron, he's like a good Barbara villain, because he gets under my skin, and I used to love him in Revenge of the Nerds, which is why I called him Booger. But he's a real ass in Supernatural. He's really douchey.
He's a lovable villain, unlike Barbara, who is a villain.
He's also kind of like a strangleable villain, because if I could punch Metatron.
You love to hate him.
Yeah, just like with Barbara, I enjoy it. I grit my teeth, but I enjoy it. Fucking Barbara.
We've always got a Barbara kicking about. Oh god.
Is there anything of that Gotham episode? Everyone has a penguin, but everyone has a Barbara.
Yep. Everyone has a Barbara. Fucking Barbara. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and there's only is it a few episodes left of this current season? 2 episodes.
And I don't know where I'm going to go with it. I haven't seen any of the previous, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. I have run out of Pepsi. Anyway, are we going to talk about, well, basically what the title of the show is? We're going to be talking about the renewals and cancellations and the maybes, if I can remember any of them. Can you remember any of the maybes? Wasn't it pretty much one network that are like, no, wait, we haven't decided yet?
NBC. And a little bit on Fox, but I think everything's pretty much set, except for the shows that are barely premiering season-wise, and there's no information on that yet. But do you want to start the heartbreak?
A couple of shows, isn't there? Oh my god, the heartbreak, the actual heartbreak, the I am going to punch myself in the face, run into a wall, throw myself under the bus heartbreak of Constantine not being renewed. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, and after we even partook in the whole hashtag Save Constantine, hoping that it might do something, might sway them in a different direction, since they took their sweet time rejecting us.
Mm-hmm. What a shower of bastards. Really. Shower of bastards. All you bigwigs at fucking NBC, I'm going to find where you live, and I am going to break into your house, and I'm going to piss on all of your pets, is what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do. You assholes. Why'd you go and do that? That was not necessary.
It's so horrible. I really hope that Sci-Fi or something picks it up. Ideally, I would love it if Netflix picked it up, because that means we'd get the whole seasons in one day. But somebody, anything with the same cast and everything. No revamping it, nothing. Just leave it as is. We'll bring back Michael. It's fine.
Yeah.
I guess this episode. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
The Constantine show didn't have a Barbara, but it turns out that NBC is Barbara. Only she's not enjoyable to hate. It's just pure hatred.
Well, NBC are just assholes. Really are assholes. But like you said, maybe another network picking it up or something. Warner Brothers are on the scout for another network, to pick it up. So there was talks of, like you said, Sci-Fi picking it up, maybe even Fox, which would kind of make sense, seeing as it's Fox that have got Gotham. So DC, head and shoulders and everything. Yeah,
you can make it sense. Grungier, which would be fine because that show has a lot of quirky parts and it's funny without being too much of a comedy. So it's pretty great.
Yeah. And Matt Ryan as well. Everybody knows I love a hairy Welshman, so I'm gonna be like, oh, I need my fix. I do love it. So I am being put on forced rehab from my hairy Welshman, which is shit.
It's so awful.
I know. But I mean, there's like loads of other shows that we both watch that are being renewed. Thank God. Well, yeah, we know Gotham's going to be back. Better Call Saul's going to be back.
Flash, Supernatural, Powers. Yeah, we're going to find out more Retro World information.
Mm-hmm.
Bob's Burgers, Archer.
Yay.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, thankfully. That show's hilarious. And iZombie, which I was a little worried that it might be kind of in the middle, but it was renewed, so that's good. I guess I'm the only one that's kind of in the middle of the show.
From what I can gather, it's actually got pretty good ratings, so they must have been like, yeah, we'll do another season.
So that's good. I'm thankful. Yeah. More TV for me to watch or not watch. Depending
on how well it goes. Yeah, no, there's definitely plenty coming back, thank God. And what else as well? Because you were on about Hannibal too, weren't you?
Oh yeah, but fucking NBC. Yeah, they better not cancel Hannibal ever. But Hannibal comes back early June, before the 2 digits of the month. I would say it's either the 4th or the 6th. I think it's an even number day, but not a 2-digit day. So yeah, it's coming back in June. So it's just season 3, but no talk of renewal, and I'm pretty sure they'll figure that out after a few episodes drop in. But that show's just sad, and it has such a big following. I don't think it'll go anywhere. Such a good show. Honestly,
you keep recommending all of these shows to me, and I eventually get around to them once I get off my RuPaul's Drag Race binge again.
You need to watch season 7 so we can talk about it because it's almost over, kind of. I think they said the finale date is either the 19th or the 29th. I'm really bad with dates and names.
Dates and names. You know what? I think we are both bad with dates. I mean, we always have this conversation. I can't remember if it's the 7th or the 4th or the 5th because all the numbers kind of look the same to me. So it could be.
Yeah, exactly. And then you'll say like, "Oh, it's for sure not this day," but then it's like, "What if it is that day?" Then it adds on to the whole. It's potentially this day now. It's just frustrating.
Numbers. What a bitch.
That's a good title.
Fuck you, Sesame Street. Oh my God. But yeah, there's definitely plenty of stuff coming this year, so we're not going to be short of stuff to talk about. That is for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm getting tired.
I'm getting tired as well. You know, I know, my teeth and my face are starting to set into that sort of Joker laugh type thing. A perpetual pain from laughing too much.
Speaking of the Joker and about pain, do you want to mention a little bit of the Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I think we've got time, haven't we? Should we just have a little bit of a bitch about it?
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, last episode we were on about the image of the Joker, which was put out celebrating the Joker's birthday, essentially. Well, it's like 75 years or something.
Yeah, by essentially shitting on him.
Suicide Squad. Yeah. So, yeah, we got that picture, and then what did we say in that episode? Oh, my God, we wonder what Harley Quinn is going to look like. Lo and behold, we finally got a picture, and Stacey and I are not particularly impressed.
No, I don't like the makeup. She looks really tired. Her hair, her shorts. It was just, and especially compared to how everybody else looked, she looked extremely out of place. I don't know.
I don't get it. It's like I mentioned to you as well. I said, just look at Will Smith's face. That is a face in that picture that says, it's going to be shit. I am not feeling this. That is what his face says, and I'll just think, oh my God, this is going to be awful. I'm not even feeling the looks of all the other characters as well, like Slipknot and Killer Croc as well. I'm just completely not fucking feeling it at all.
And not only that, it feels like they kind of get lost in the background. Like, they took all the extra clothing and everything of those movies that are just really stupid, like the whole Death Race movies or those kind of like Survivor movies, and just equip them with those clothing, and that's it. Like, that seriously looks like it'd be Suicide Squad. Stranded on an island, the survivor gets parole. It just doesn't look good. And Harley looks like shit. They all look like shit, so I guess they all kind of match. There's that.
Yeah, they're all shitty. But the one that really killed me was Enchantress. The eyebrow, Cara Delevingne. She just sort of faded into the fucking background on that.
I didn't even know there was another girl there.
Oh, she was there. And Katana as well. I think she is the only one that they managed to get the costume sort of looking as it should. Other than that, the rest of them, shite. But in Enchantress, she sort of stood next to, oh God, somewhere in between Slipknot and some other fucker that I can't remember, because the half of them are going to be disposable anyway. So that means during the film, pretty much a third of them, or maybe half of them, are they're going to die. She's like, you can't even see what she's wearing. She's sort of like hiding behind one of them, looking like that with this eyebrow and a fucking veil over. I'm like, what the hell? Cara Delevingne as Enchantress looks like a man in bad drag. I'm not joking with this pout like that. This eyebrow.
Yeah,
no. Just looks like with the veil over.
I don't know what they're doing. Like, I kept trying to be hopeful, saying like, hey, maybe they're gonna do their own thing. Hopefully it'll still be good. But now it's just, if it is good, if it is a good story and a good everything else, it's just how horrible they look is gonna be so distracting.
Yeah, well, they always like, we're having a gripe about it right now, and everybody's like, oh, well, you don't know if the film's going to be good or not because you haven't seen all the acting in it and what the story's like and blah, blah, blah. No, excuse me. First impressions mean everything. And I think with what's happened on the internet after everybody has actually seen this full cast photo, near enough, impressions, nah, nobody's buying it. On first impressions, it's like, nah, nothing looks right. So that is probably it's gonna be one of them things where I was, oh yeah, I'll just see what happens when I see the film. But at the moment, I'm not hopeful, to be honest.
I don't know why they'd make it so extreme. I think I saw a picture with Harley Quinn and the Joker, and they showed like his back tattoos and everything.
Yeah,
it's just so bad. It's like they're defacing it.
It's tacky, is what it is. It's actually tacky. Like, oh, come on, let's think of some ideas on how to make these characters a lot more grungy and edgy. Oh, we'll just fucking cover them in tattoos. Nah, don't work for me.
Yeah, they definitely went to the hot topical.
The hot topical. Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure that's what Castiel said, and I thought it was so adorable he said it wrong. But if he didn't, then damn it, he should have said that.
You should write for them. Make it good.
Look, I didn't write anything for this episode, but you should make it funny and put Gabriel in it somehow. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm done for the day.
Just bring him back from somewhere. I know they've got him in a box out back somewhere, yeah. Just get him out, dust him off, he'd be fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be so great. Those episodes are so funny. Like a giant talking teddy bear.
Oh, depressed teddy bear. Uberly depressed. Shot himself in the head and everything. Oh my god, it was wonderful.
Okay, well, should we wrap it up since we're starting to get distracted?
Yeah, we're going off topic and
off topical.
Tangent again. Off topical. But yeah, we're going to finish up for now. So if everybody would kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, you can also go and like our Facebook page. You can also follow us on Twitter. We'll post all the links and all the relevant stuff. And please come and talk to us. We always said this in every bloody episode. There are a few of you that, you know, do comment on the Facebook page and stuff, and we're always on you like that. Yes, we've got we're going to reply.
It's like someone's talking to us. Yes, yes.
We are on you like a powerful moss.
Yes.
Now, if you go and do all that fabulous stuff, and yes, we will talk to you, and we'll be fabulous, and have a nice, good rant, bitch, chatter, discussion, whatever, about all the relevant stuff that we post and talk about anyway. Because we're cool like that. But in the meantime, I've been Georgie, and bye everyone. Bye, Stacey.
Bye.